And welcome back to Midday. We're talking today with Shelby Vallow, who's with Abbott Wealth Management.
Yes.
And you have some tips for us, 7 things to put on your year-end financial checklist.
Yes. So I think it's a great time of year for people to start thinking about this and really seeing if they've covered all of those things now that we're almost in December already.
As the year closes out and maybe before all of the holiday madness settles in.
It's a good time to think about that because one of the things I'm talking about is budget.
Okay.
So I think
everyone's favorite word.
Yes, especially with Christmas presents.
Yes.
So the first thing on the report card is the 30-minute family report card. So you're going to look at things like assessing your current financial situation. You're going to review the past year. Were your goals met? Did you set any goals? Did you stick to a budget? And did you have a budget? And did you get any of your debt paid off? So did you have a plan? Did you consolidate anything? So it's a great time to just kind of see where your finances are at. And actually, talking about Christmas, I heard TJ Connors on the radio today, and he said that 5% of people are paying off Christmas presents from last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So carrying that debt over, you're not setting yourself up very well for the next year.
Yeah. So going into Christmas, maybe people should think about making a budget for Christmas presents this year to not do that again, for 2017.
Yeah, because catch up is always harder than planning, right?
It is, for sure. And then our next one, it kind of goes hand in hand, the debt diet, like I said. So there's no time like the present to kind of create a plan for yourself. And there was actually a thing called the Economic Shutdown, a 30-day guide to a household cleanse to kind of pay off your debt. And it's an ebook that's available. So if someone doesn't know where to start, maybe that's a good spot. It tracks your money, sees where you're spending, and sees where you could save money and what you should do with those savings.
Great. That's probably the most overwhelming part for a lot of people.
Yeah, where do I start?
Where do I start?
Exactly. So I think that one might be a good one for people. And then the next one is your annual financial planning. So there's a survey done that said that retirees who spent 5+ hours a year on retirement planning were happier retirees and kind of had their savings more organized.
5 hours.
I know, a year, which really isn't that much. It's like 2 visits with your financial planner a year. And then actually determining how much you need to save for retirement. A lot of people kind of squish this in close to retirement, what that number needs to be, but it would be so beneficial if you looked into this when you were younger.
Yes.
And then you can span out the years that you have time to save.
Crossing your fingers as you approach the finish line.
Yes, and making sure you have enough. So yeah, meeting with your financial advisor is a really good thing, and maybe go over your insurances and that kind of thing, because as you near retirement, maybe you don't need that mortgage insurance anymore, but you're still paying for it.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
So another way you can funnel money back into the budget.
Yes, totally. And the next one is maxing your group RSPs. So if your company has an RSP matching plan, why don't you have one? Why aren't you doing the maximum? That kind of thing, because some people don't know they have them, or they put off signing up for it.
Right.
And it is pretty much free money on the table, so take advantage of that if you have one. The next one is charity donations, so you can save money with income tax time and also donate to something you're passionate about. So that's a really nice one to kind of offset your income tax bill.
Yes, and that ties in nicely with something we'll be talking about a little later, which is Giving Tuesday.
Perfect.
So that's great.
I like it.
Good thing to consider.
And 6, proactive on taxes. So maybe organize your medical receipts, dental receipts, your child tax credits, your charity donations. The deadline for charity donations is December 31st for the following tax year. But maybe organize those ahead of time so you're not stressing and crunching during tax season.
And so much of this is about being proactive,
It totally
If you can do it ahead of time, it isn't so overwhelming when that
time comes
up
and
on
you're really pushing for it.
And trying to find stuff in 15 different locations.
Exactly, because they always end up somewhere different than where you intended to put them.
Totally, and one partner has some of them and others are off somewhere else.
Yeah, and then the rest are missing. So then you have to go on a wild goose hunt.
Yeah, or it's a loss.
Exactly. And the last one is review your estate plan. So just make sure, did you buy a new house this year? Did you have a second child? Maybe your will needs to be updated. So just different things like that. It's really important to review that estate plan. I would say at the end of every year, make sure there's no changes that need to be made.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All great tips and a great way to start off the new year. Not in a financial panic, if possible.
Yeah, being prepared.
Yeah, great. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Loved having you on. We'll be right back with more Midday in just a minute.